Okay, so imagine for a second that you're the most wanted person in the entire country. Seriously, the authorities are actively looking for a chance to kill you. So what do? Well, for the man at the center of our story today, the answer was kind of crazy. He walked straight into the heart of enemy territory. So today we're going to break down this incredible story of secrecy, public confusion, and this mysterious sense of destiny.
Right? This is the big question that hangs over everything. It is the central paradox of this entire story, and it's what everyone must have been thinking at the time. Why on earth would a guy with a price on his head do this? Figuring out his motivation here is absolutely key to understanding all the tension that's about to unfold.
All right, so let's get into our first section, a secret journey. This is all about the paradox of him even being there in the first place. So, let's set the scene. Jesus is hanging out in Galilee, and he is very deliberately staying away from the region next door, Judea. And the reason is super simple. The leaders there want him dead. But there's a problem. The biggest religious festival of the year, the Feast of Tabernacles, is about to kick off in Jerusalem, which is right in the middle of that danger zone.
Now, what's really interesting is how he gets there. His own brothers, they just head to the feast totally out in the open, probably joining the big crowds on the road. But Jesus, he does the complete opposite. As a wanted man, he travels in secret, trying to fly under the radar on his way to the city. So for our second section, we're looking at the whispers in the city. Because once he gets there, his secret trip, well, it becomes a public spectacle pretty fast, and it just kicks off all sorts of confusion and rumors.
And boom, just like that, somebody spots him. The secret is completely out. You can just imagine the reaction from the people in Jerusalem. It's just pure shock. They know exactly who he is, and you can almost hear the whispered astonishment. Wait, isn't that the guy they're trying to kill?
And their shock just gets deeper, because not only is he there, he's not even trying to hide anymore. He's right out in the open, teaching in the temple area. And the very same authorities who want him dead are doing absolutely nothing. For everyone watching, this makes zero sense.
So what do people do when things just don't add up? They start speculating, right? They're trying to find any explanation, and the only one that seems to fit, as wild as it sounds, is this. Maybe the authorities had a change of heart. Could they have secretly realized he is the Christ?
This brings us to section 3, the open secret. This is all about the crowd's big dilemma, as they try to make what they're seeing fit with what they think they know. You see, for them, the logic is pretty straightforward. You can hear them saying to each other, "Look, we know where this guy is from." To them, he's just Jesus, the carpenter's son from Galilee. Case closed, right? There's no big mystery to his background.
But, and this is the crucial part, this is where their logic just slams into a brick wall. There was this popular idea going around at the time that when the real Christ showed up, his origins would be a total mystery. No one would know where he came from. So since they know Jesus is from Galilee, they figure, well, it can't be him. Their own knowledge is actually what's stopping them from believing.
Okay, this is where the whole story pivots. Jesus hears all this chatter, and he decides to go from being this secret presence to a defiant public voice, confronting their assumptions right there in the middle of the temple. He just cries out this stunning rebuttal. He's basically saying, "You're right. You know exactly where I'm from on an earthly level, but you are missing the entire point." He's claiming a totally different divine origin, that he was sent by someone they don't even know. He just completely flips their whole argument on its head.
Now, after a bombshell declaration like that, you'd think an arrest would be immediate. But this next part, our fourth section, an hour not yet come, is maybe the most mysterious part of the whole story.
So yeah, that was it. That was the final straw for the authorities. His direct challenge was more than they could take, and the order goes out, arrest him, now.
And yet they can't. It's so strange. Even though they try, the text just says, "But no one laid a hand upon him." It's this bizarre, unexplained moment where it seems like they are physically unable to touch him. Now, the story doesn't chalk this up to luck or a hesitant guard or the crowd getting in the way. Nope. It gives this one single profound reason. His hour had not yet come. The whole thing suggests that his life isn't running on man's schedule, but on some kind of divine timetable.
And that leaves us with this final, really thought-provoking question, doesn't it? The whole story pivots on this idea of a specific, predetermined moment, an hour. It really makes you wonder, what determines a person's hour? What forces are at play in our own lives? Is it all just random chance in our choices? Or is there maybe a deeper rhythm, a sense of timing and purpose that we can't always see?